JF Boxing Media. I'm here with Mr. Dean Whyte. Dean, how are we doing?
How you doing, bud? I'm good. You?
Yeah, not too bad at all, thanks. So, just seen you speaking to Shaq Pitters there. Some recent developments. The fight's back on.
Yeah, no, the fight was always on. I heard. I spoke to Craig, and what he said was there's some negotiation on his side and Matchroom and Eddie Hearn, which kind of stalemated stuff. And I think it's kind of made for an exciting fight now, to be honest, because now you've got a lot of. There's a little bit of a needle now in there, as before there was kind of like more acquaintances because Craig's my pal and Shakan doing a bit of work with Shakan, so there was kind of amicable. But now, obviously, Shakan said what he said, and Craig's got to be in his bonnet and went out there and said a little bit. And now Shakan's done another interview today. I'm hearing with IFL that said some more stuff. So I believe it's going to make for an exciting fight. It's a great fight, and let's see who bids for it and where it gets made, basically. You know, because obviously it got. I heard Eddie Hearn pulled out last time. I'm not sure if he's going to bid for it again, and we'll see what's happening come December and who bids for it and where it goes.
It's obviously a tricky predicament because you're both friends of theirs, but how can you see the fight materialising?
Do you know what? It is a tricky one. It's a fight. Well, like I've always said, obviously it is kind of a bit conflicting because obviously, like you said, they're both my pals, and it's a hard fight. You know. Let's see what happens. Let's see where it goes. I don't want to talk too much about it. I'll let these guys there do the talking, and let's see what happens in the future.
I think the fact there's a little bit of bad blood could make for a more interesting fight now.
Yeah, no, obviously it's going to make for it. But to be honest, these boys are professionals, so when they go in there, they're going to turn on the heat and do whatever they do, and the best man will win. You know. So it's just one of them ones. But you got 2 6 foot, 1 6'5", 1 6'6", tall guys going out athletic. Trying to tear each other's head off. So, yeah. So it's interesting times. Let's see what happens. We've got to get it across the line first before we start making too much predictions and thoughts on stuff. Let's see what happens in the future.
So 10 days to the day, AJ Ruiz. Varying opinions. Some people think that AJ can go there and do the business. Eddie Hearn quoted that between round 6 and 9, AJ's going to get the knockout. But you can't write Ruiz off. You know, Ruiz has got power, speed, more determined than ever. What's your viewpoint?
Do you know what? I'm going to go with my countryman, the UK Anthony Joshua. I'm going to be rooting for him and rooting for him, and hopefully he pulls it off and get the belts back and bring them back to the UK. You can see he's slimmed down, lost a lot of muscle. He's brought in a second coach in Angel to try and work on some drills, maybe defensive drills. I saw him working with maybe a wrestler on holding and stuff. So he's taking it very, very serious. Let's see if all those stuff are going to gel together and come together in such a short space of time. 6 months is a bit short, but you can see that he ain't got a haircut. He's looking rough. He means business. It's round the corner. So let's see. Like I said, I'm going to be rooting for him. I think he just needs to keep it basic. Use his jab, use his range, throw the right hand in, don't mix it. When he gets close, hold him and just get the win. I'm going to go for a knockout by him. That's what I'm going to go, because I think I think his fitness, he's lost a lot of muscle, so it should work in his favour. But Andy Ruiz is a champ now. I'm sure they say when you're a champ, your game raises by 10%. So he's going to come in with leaps and bundles of confidence that he can go up there and upset the apple cart again and do it again.
Do you think Ruiz is going to switch up his tactics, or do you think he's going to stick with the original game plan? Unnerve AJ, try and connect with him and try and get him out there?
Of course. Listen, he had a great game plan in the first fight. They was going to the body early from round 1. I think he's just going to come with the same thing, because listen, if you start chopping the tree low, eventually it's going to fall. And I think he's going to go with the same game plan. So what Joshua needs to do is keep that distance, use his jab to the body, jab to the head, keep it long for a little bit, and then maybe turn it up midway. Don't get too excited too early and burn yourself out with any nervous energy and overdoing stuff. You know what I mean? As the fight goes on, fighters are normally more... they can take punches a lot more because they warm up. Sometimes you can catch fighters cold and you get a quick knockout, if you've seen in history. But in this fight, if he's smart, keeps it long, gets warm to the task, and settles after a few rounds, I think that he'll put himself in a better position.
So we're going for a definitive Anthony Joshua victory then?
Do you know what? It's either going to go points or a knockout, but I'm going to go for a knockout, because I think they're working on stuff. It looks like they're working on a 1-2 down the pipe, but a nice sharp 1-2 down the pipe. I was looking at some stuff. If he can do that, keep it long, jab 1-2, and then step back off and just get out of range of Andy Ruiz trying to swing and come over the top with the hooks and go into the body. he might just be able to get it. He managed to drop Ruiz, but what happens, he rushed in for the kill, which is never a good idea when you got a wounded animal hurt. You got to be smart. You know, my bro Dillian Whyte showed that against Chisora when he got him hurt in the first round. As you see, he came in, fainted him, and Chisora swung with a big shot, and then he stepped off, and then he was like, oh, let me just take my time until the perfect shot come. Sometimes the perfect shot doesn't come, but then you get a decision, but you got to stay smart and stay switched on. In this game, in heavyweight boxing, you can get lit up at any time, as you saw with Ortiz and Wilder. Ortiz was winning, 6 rounds, 7 rounds down, and he managed to pull the big KO out the bag. So, you know, that's heavyweight boxing for you.
2 questions. What round is the definitive shot going to come? When's he going to knock him out? And how much money shall I put on it?
You know, I don't have all the answers for the rounds, but what I'll say is, you know, like I said, I'm going to back my countryman. I'm going to go with him. If he's smart and everything gels together like he's planning, then I think he'll get the belts and bring them back home. And I'm going to knock that lanky sucker out there. That guy. Shaka and Bitters and Paul Fogg. You better stay out of it. You want some of this, son?
That man, see, like my height.
It's good having the great back in the Dean Whyte.
Oh, cool, look. You know the old school man that used to do that mad look like that.
So good, man.
Dean, it's been great talking to you. Thanks for speaking to JF Media.
Take care, guys. Bless.